Hey guys, the Wood Craftsman here. This video was an afterthought. I didn't really think that anyone was really interested in this first, and then I decided that, you know what, maybe I should still record what I can here to kind of put it out there. Basically, it's called Some Assembly Required, and the reason being is I had a local welding shop actually make a couple of carts for my Kremlin 1014 pumps. And they're nothing fancy, it's just a real simple design. It's a flat frame with an 1.5 inch square tube for a post with a 1 inch by probably about a 10-inch long handle on it, and then also a hook to hang the hoses. And then the one other feature that he did for me as well was actually weld on a 1/4 inch black pipe fitting. It's a T, and the idea there is I can put a quick disconnect male fitting in the middle, and then a quick disconnect female on one side, and then a push to connect fitting on the other side to actually drive the pump itself. So the idea of the disconnect is I can actually take from one pump by going into the female disconnect and going into the male disconnect on the other. So I only need one air hose to run these two. And it was just one of those things that was well thought out, and I can't take credit for it. It's actually the way the welding shop came up with it, because I guess that they have made a few of these before. So I just contacted them, saying, hey, I'm looking for a couple carts made for some finishing equipment, and they gave a little bit of details, and they said, you know what, we've been making these before. And they just gave me a rough drawing of what it was, and I said I liked it, so they made two of them. And the cost of the carts, everything you see here, the carts cost me $75 total for the two, so they're $37.50 a piece. And then I have about another $20 in hardware, including the feed pans. So you know, I have under $100 into the carts and and then I'm sorry, about another $30 a cart for the casters. So a little over $100, and I really can't complain. The casters I get from a store on eBay. I can't even think of what it's called. I think it's called Hand Trucks and Casters. They're based out of Kansas, I believe. You order them Friday, you'll have them Saturday, because a lot of times they have free shipping, and they usually ship FedEx with Saturday delivery. So I couldn't complain. I've been buying all of my casters for everything in the shop here from them. They're just so reasonable, and the load rating on the 5-inch caster is about 1,100 pounds, so they're definitely a pretty good high quality. Other than that, you know, you guys have seen me use these pumps in the past, and they're really robust. I could actually talk a lot about these pumps. I don't want to keep it really minimum, because it's actually not what it's about. But I will tell you, if any of you do some really serious wood finishing for kitchen cabinets, bathroom vanities, furniture, millwork, and if you're spraying with an air spray and looking to be more efficient, these Kremlin 1014s are really hard to pass up. They're an air-assisted airless, so they use a medium fluid pressure, anywhere between, for your standard coatings, probably between 400 and 600 psi, anywhere from 15 to 20 psi atomizing pressure, and you'll see the overspray is a lot softer and a lot less compared to a conventional air spray. And the nice thing is too is you can mix up a 5-gallon pail and draw right out of the 5-gallon pail and not ever have to worry about running out. But you can run smaller quantities with them as well. So it's just that the way it's operated here is we just use a 5-gallon pail of sealer and high solids pre-cat lacquer, mix them up before we spray away, and you're good to go. You never have to worry about running out. The one thing I have noticed is that I haven't found any new pump manufacturer that actually offers a cart that actually holds the pail. And I just don't understand that, because you would think that if you're going to make the cart mobile, or if you're going to make the pump mobile on a cart, why wouldn't you allow the cart to actually hold the pail? That's just one thing I've never understood. I don't think Graco has anything. Well, I take that back. I think Graco does, but I know Kremlin doesn't, and I don't know about the CA Technologies if they do either. But I know Graco had what they call a Falcon, which is a 10-to-1 or a 20-to-1, depending on which model you got. There they actually had a small cart where everything was mounted on, but really wasn't much. And this is actually quite a cart. I mean, I can't believe that the welding shop made these for $37.50 a piece. So, you know, like I said, even including the air fitting on top to weld that in, you know, it didn't cost them anything, but it's just one of those things that it's just one of those, you just don't see that anywhere else. It's one of them custom things. So, as far as cost and the two pumps itself, I get some questions here and there. I might as well answer that now. What do I have invested in Kremlin equipment? These two here, I have about $1,700 roughly. I think I figured one cost quite a bit more than the other. This was the first one that I had, and it was bare. It didn't have air regulators, anything. No pickup tube, no gun, no hoses, nothing. And so the pickup tube was about 150 bucks. I've got about $50 in regulators. I was actually able to find a brand new old stock Kremlin MVX off of eBay as well. I think I paid about 375 bucks for this. The fluid hose was probably about 75 bucks, and the air hose probably about another 30 bucks. You know, you do the math, I mean, it adds up quite a bit. This one, on the other hand, this one looked like it was pumping tar when I got it. It was nasty. I didn't know if I was going to be able to use it. I mean, I saw the pictures, and I knew I was going to take a chance on it, and I really didn't know if I was actually going to be able to use it, because it was nasty. It had the pickup tube, it didn't have the hose, it didn't have the fitting on the bottom. So by the time I actually had found the fitting and got a price on it, I was halfway to the price of, a little less than halfway to the price of a whole new pickup tube. And the pickup tube itself was just nasty. So it was in my best interest to actually buy the whole assembly. Once again, didn't have a gun. I did, however, find an old used MX. Actually, I got a set of these. There was two of them. This was the cleaner of the two. Came with a couple air caps, actually a new spare air cap, and then the old air cap, and then a bunch of used tips. Really didn't have any value on the tips, but I think I paid about $150 for the two of them. And then again, fluid hose, air hose. You know, there's a little bit in this one as well. This one was a little bit less, but I like these so much that I actually recently acquired a third one of these. I haven't got it yet, actually, just that long ago. I should be expecting any time now. You might be asking, well, why do you want a third one if you don't have a use for it? Well, it's not that I don't have a use for it. It's just the fact that they are hard to come by, and a lot of times if you see them on eBay or an online auction, they go pretty quick, and they can be very reasonable. It's complete and it's been rebuilt, so it's not like brand new condition, but you could say it's probably medium used condition. The lower section's been rebuilt, the air motor's been rebuilt, and it comes with the MVX gun, as this one here. And then it has a brand new set of air and fluid hoses. So for $640 delivered, I couldn't complain. And the nice thing about it is depending on how clean it is, if it's cleaner than these two, I'm probably going to use that one for testing waterborne coatings in the future. And then also if I need to ever do any pigmented coatings, such as a pigmented lacquer or conversion or something, I might use that, so I don't have to get these dirty, because I like to have two pumps just dedicated towards sealer and top coat. That way I'm not messing with flushing, I'm not creating waste that I have to dispose of that goes against the hazardous waste license, anything like that. It's all, you know, it's basically plug and play. So by having a third pump, I've got the flexibility. If I want to do some testing of a different coating, I'm not messing with these two here and possibly creating a problem later on. So, you know, it's not always justifiable for the small shop, but at the same time, if you come across a really good deal, it's kind of hard to let it go. So we'll see what that pump brings, because I would like to test out some waterborne coatings here and kind of revisit that and probably do a YouTube video on it as well. So that way at least I can kind of be comparing apples to apples, where I'm using a 10-to-1 pump for both the solvent-based coating versus the water-based coating. So, all right, so the video was ready to assemble, and we'll show you that right now. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. Questions and positive comments are welcome. All right, guys, here's the video. Thanks for watching.